everywhere. Kunga soroti kunga. Kunga soroti kunga. Teso kunga. Teso kere kunga. Kunga soroti kunga. Ra. Ah. Sia. Hello. Soroti, soroti, soroti. Soroti, soroti, soroti. Soroti, soroti, soroti. Emily Akoliai. Emily Akoliai. Kumam Nyai. Kumam Nyai. Emily Akoliai. Emily Akoliai. Kumam Nyai. Kumam Nyai. Hello. Soroti, soroti. Yoga kere. Yala manoi. Thank you very much. I want to invite my brother who was in the 10th Parliament, the Honorable Julius, to translate for me today. My brothers and sisters in Soroti.
Nachana keda nachana luo Soroti lueji asne sana lu.
I am very humbled to see all of you in such numbers. Let me say it one more time. I am very, very, very humbled to see you in such big numbers.
Ebe kupingesa ai ya papara dokitaiti na kiara sana lu akwenye.
If I am to be honest with you,
I
would be in order to say I did not expect such a massive, massive presence today. I am sure all of you were watching yesterday when they were harassing us, tear gassing us, and stopping us from entering Soroti.
Meeting yesterday, SKR Senate Pondele Tukuriana Reso, I Golo Road, Walikona Kere, I Todola Dolune San Kanyara Lakwa.
I am aware that for the last 2 days, police and the military, they have camped in this city trying to stop you and to discourage you from coming to listen to this message. I am aware that so many people that would have come today were scared and discouraged from coming here, and they are only watching us on TikTok and on Facebook, but they feared to come here.
Balanyesebe puitunga ati wabeita jaunune konyada unai tukurian hidoko pakwa na sesenete ni swamasi otomo lago yesepe dorakoda kini kedoni konyabu nerende ya daunita itukurian ay goli rotini kere.
And to see that even with those threats, even with that intimidation, we have so many of you here, I must give you a very big salute.
Kere koje pero dio twani kera sesen etna balo itunga lo atika unabune rene etianen mamukese pedo reta itogo.
Today I can confidently say that here in Soroti you have no fear, you are fearless.
Ebalangesi bonebe aneo Soroti edelele ubonebe mamesi rasi tungalu ikuriaka ido mami kapa kina ngaparo keda kuriam ikapa kena sa swama kira kulepe kanakwa kuno Uganda.
And therefore I want to stand here in Soroti and encourage other citizens of Uganda to still be as fearless as the people of Soroti.
Ekotongesa limu na neo Soroti ebe. Ekotongesa ikwenyari cities. Arabo isi bugai lwe walk ai kamunu ni soma so Soroti. Ogeka ngiri kina iguo kai guo ataresa no Soroti. Anwa joksi na kwa poko no Uganda.
I'm even more proud to see that so many of you are holding our Ugandan flag with pride. Nothing can be greater than that.
Epupingesa yalama ebe Yesu wipu tito se mendera lakwa puok. I todi kinebe, you are the true patriotic citizen for this country.
I want you to know before I go even any further that the flag that you're holding, the national flag that you have in your hand, is the most powerful weapon against the dictatorship today. This national flag.
Ekotongesa limu nebe mendera loitito se sakanin erai todi aretena aja utuke de gufu anuanyu nebe ipedoro ni aitwasama kwape jisoit anuai pikori lu asuru lukwa na joro kiso ndai tichana parasa kere.
Now, brothers and sisters, before I forget, let me introduce myself for those who don't know me. My name is Chagulanyi Sentamu Robert aka Bobiwine. When I'm here in Teso, I am not Chagulanyi, they call me Elakuna. And today, I am here to humbly ask for your support and ask for your comradeship and ask for your vote so that I become the next president of Uganda. Now, I am not presenting myself as the most educated person in this country. I am not here as the most experienced person in this country. I am not here as somebody that knows everything. But I am here as a Ugandan, as a humble Ugandan who loves my country and who wants to see the best for my country. I know that the majority of you are youth. 99% of you are younger than me. And yet even me, I was only 4 years when Museveni took over our country. It has been 40 years. It has been 40 long years. For the majority of you, when I show you what Uganda was like before Museveni, you would not believe it. You cannot. If I tell you what Teso was before Museveni, you would not believe it.
If
I tell you how prosperous and how rich this place and its people were, you would not believe it. But I'll tell you, 50 years ago, our parents used to live better than we're living now. Years ago, we used to have free health care. Our hospitals had doctors and our hospitals had medicine, and everything was free of charge.
Centers is performing like that, so I'm seeing a care we come to Uganda.
50 years ago, our schools were free, and the government was giving books and pens for the children right from primary.
Program
50 years ago, we had a functional railway transport coming all through Teso and connecting the rest of Uganda and East Africa.
Uganda. Ido iswama swamsine wa langidi. Ai gange biashara lo akurio koto magola ikikere no akwa.
Cows, they were not stolen yet.
50
years ago, the people of Uganda were all united from the south to the north, from the east to the west and central.
But
all that has been lost in the long 40 years that Museveni has been in charge of this country. Uganda has been independent since 1962. It is now 63 years.
Akwapo kono Uganda boduma ipuga ikini bono karuole lukumtedopa pataka nyama na kasaka nyapad anu warei itolilo lo kwaniri kana kasaka nyapeke diuni akalo na ipuga ikini.
And out of those 63 years of independence, Museveni has ruled for 40 years.
Akalona ikara kasaka nyapanu uniru aipuga ikini bon President Museveni bone sada ikara kaisa angon imaderikino cholo ngaipuga itungala papana.
But I want you to listen to this. The development, the biggest development that Uganda has had happened in the first 18 years of independence in the government of Obote and Amin.
Apolona jauna kwa puoko eraina botaka mika rito manakanya unika una jari Dr. Apollo Milton Obote keda ida mini yesiboni sesenoni konya kalono alua bunere akoko robare boni yeseloso tomakwa keda something umecha ete.
When you look at the hospitals and the schools that we have up to today, those schools were built by Obote.
Sesenejo isomero ikedade kisa anuejas Uganda kere adukyo aparasa na jara puga na yupiso cholong.
When you look at the things that used to bring income for our people, the abattoir and soroti, the cooperatives, all were destroyed. They were not built by Museveni, but they were destroyed by Museveni.
Isesenejo iboro luarasa riu neta kerianu toto mate keroko na iteso akwapu no Uganda cooperatives akero no meat packers kaichoboro kere ara iboro luaduka pugana UPC ido apugana Museveni yesabu bilibili karmodiki nida I told you richa kesa ulod.
I can go on and on and on about what we have lost, but because we have no time, I will not continue talking about what we have lost.
Ingesi mara mari boro lua oilo soto makwa puoko yanwa diseso na hapa kine inakini ton maoni pere la down na paki uta ai mani mana kwesa ai mara.
I said it before that Museveni belongs to the past and we belong to the future. So allow me to talk about only the future now.
Ebalangese be President Museveni eretu ngana leja na peta woka konye kwana koto ngoke daesi ione likamtu sana peta do ngareni ai tete makiro ripota irengi arona losting arena kwa puo.
I want you to know, my brothers and sisters, that all is not lost.
Koto ngalimoki nesebe aradeje akiri kote lene mami tuani hariki kere keda ile beba.
Our grandparents were cheated.
Our
parents were cheated. But we are here. And we have an opportunity to begin a new Uganda afresh.
Jayo nikeda rerema itegiari Uganda na itete kwa jangwa jokes na kwa poko ingare.
So together with my comrades, we present to you an idea of a new Uganda. A Uganda that will be different. A Uganda that will make life better for you, for me, and for our children and our grandchildren.
Kopakwa na koto ngatema rebonebe yongo kedikapa upalijane kabo iso kereno Uganda iuta itolomi kinesa mso na itetet na bala Uganda na itetet dete dipedo aswami borodu tetia anwe itojo kare jautenelo itunga lakwa po oingarenda utaona losi.
A Uganda that will cater for all the children of Uganda regardless of tribe and regardless of religion.
Uganda na itetete na ebu na igwa anwa tekera na didi anwa joksono ngarakinete generations lepo doso ngarakirano aitojokare aiboina kwa pana.
A Uganda where the police will be servants of the people and they will not be torturers or terrorists terrorizing the people.
Uganda na itetete na mampolisi lepote aichani tunga wa Uganda kwenye ras tunga lepota swam opito sana patami kisi lato makwa.
A Uganda where you're not going to be seeing soldiers on the street holding sticks and beating innocent citizens.
Uganda na itetete na mamujo ibuni anyo ni sirikale lo seto gudo udaki to sibelai ai toji tunga ai bunga itunga lwe mama roni soto makwa.
We are promising a Uganda where all tribes are going to be equal before and under the law.
Uta isumuniki ni esi be Uganda na itetete na inakini tunga kere aria kuta jaudu kwapo na ekisi angina gidio tuani keroto makwa.
A Uganda where you will not have a president for 40 years ever again.
Uganda na mambo bichama kirija anyu no president eda unikara kaisa ngono kako nataka ndoroto mapakina.
A Uganda which will not be ruled by one family.
Uganda na itetete na mame kunye epkale do peta ipuga kwa nekiatara na pete losete.
A Uganda where all police chiefs will not be coming from the same village like it is today.
Uganda na itetete na mamjo ibune anyu nu general sara ilu apolo koto mo police era ilu elo mnete edope buku edope district ara edope chalo to makwa padope.
A Uganda where our people will go to hospital and find medicine there.
Uganda na itetete na ibuni jadolo kina diode kisikerea gore anakwa posoda dumu equipment kedike wingara kinete ariebo na ijata ridi otwa de kwa.
A Uganda where government jobs are not going to be given according to tribe and who knows you.
Uganda na mamu aswa msine korakino tupite tekerane ora aswa msine ina kino itunga oto madoke tanu asoma ni ketika ibecho pintore.
That Uganda, my brothers and sisters, is a new Uganda that you and I are going to work so hard to make sure it exists here where we are.
Uganda nina utanga itete nesina itete sabala ngoke nao nikera moriki kile timu ebe busikini toni alachino kwa pageta itegia rasoma kiroto ngini.
But I want to tell you this also, that new Uganda is possible, although we are going to have to fold our sleeves and work hard to achieve that Uganda.
Uganda na itetete na uta ona itete patana lachu kwenye jauna ona idolo bero pisati na idola kani tete kipedoroni ai gwaiki na gogo anyu nebe itolo muno ni Uganda ngina uta na itete makekiro.
So I have good news for you today. We have an opportunity to achieve that Uganda in less than a month from now.
Jayo nike da rereu adumu nu Uganda na itete to mapakine mame de parite lape do bagyo loko pakari neroni.
On the 15th of January,
atomo na kanyo lapalo sodit
Ugandans are going to the polls.
Uganda losakalaya.
Usually Museveni made Ugandans think that any election is like the past election.
Abu President Museveni oina kitongalo Uganda misiki na diose okerebe putoske da seo na tubo.
In 2021 I was not able to even campaign here because they were chasing us with tear gas and bullets, hiding under COVID.
2021 mama pedota chama kedinge sabule rai super seta dolu na voice onu ido eto samaeta de kagini na COVID anu agolitori sai tolitolo alosite kai super seta gori kereno akwapo.
Right now there is no COVID.
Mama de corona.
But even if there's no COVID, you have seen the police and the military blocking us, refusing us to go to radio stations, and making sure that we don't meet and look each other in the eyes and tell each other the truth. But now we are here.
Kopana mama de kada ne corona isesenete si polisi ni keda jore e gole ti roti ngori kona kere ai nikita loso radio ai nikita loso yamunu kede tuha ido munu kere rasu ni somasi anu aburie keda mamusa misiki no ebaleki siloto makopo.
Now I want you to listen to this and listen very attentively.
Opupo kisinge job.
We have only 26 days to go.
And I
want to ask everybody present here to be the bobiwine of this place in the remaining 26 days. Now this is what I want to ask you to do. First of all, be strong and don't run away from rain. This rain does not scare. Let me tell you, in the old politics, when they stop you from reaching people and they stop you from going to radio station, they have defeated you, but not anymore.
Politics lu mojongo luoka wiwanyu jo nikita ja loso radio arabonta losa inerike to ojeli jo bonebe adatu isadolo kini case.
I believe the majority of you here have phones, don't you? And I also believe that majority of you here have either TikTok or Facebook or Instagram, not so?
TikTok, Instagram, channels.
Now this is how we are going to defeat the old system. They have made it a crime for you to support bobiwine. And they think by stopping us from connecting, then they will stop us from campaigning. I want to ask each one of you here and all of you watching us on social media in other cities and outside Uganda to make sure that each one of you at least communicates to 1 or 2 people every day. You can call them on the phone. Museveni will not be listening. You call them on the phone and tell them that we have a mission, we have to go to a new Uganda, and you preach exactly this that I'm telling you.
Instagram adoloki ni paupa papero lwa tekeri nuok alimo kinebe jao nike danlo skileta lwe gogo mikoto na itodoliki ido mamu Museveni buna pupu na disikiro ni nera sesu kere oto musimu kwa ya taresuke disimu.
Now Now I want you to imagine, here we are about 20 or 30 or 35,000 people. Imagine if each one of you calls 2 people every day from now to the 15th of January. Just imagine how many votes we will have created there.
Tupite tena okole ine tungane peta ilukumina kaisa onilo ine ino mata idiope na ese simu ai no manakini palo ejasi kinga age uloloto na pakine sere dumuno onida natara kwa pukera korakine jiri lo ai pikora kirono ai teacher na toma kwa pana.
You can even call more. You can even call 5 or 10 a day.
Pedori je no makini kanyi tomo na kanyo toma parna diope.
And those of you that are on social media, especially TikTok, I want to ask you to reduce this message and turn it into your own language so that it is understandable and believable.
Kotongesa ilipia sulu justo mo TikTok ai julakine message ilo ai reducing ogeta julakine to mangaja pe na tekere tete pedoreta dolo kini tunga luipu to mapaka ne supana.
I want you to understand that this is not a mission of Bobiwine or Chen Julius. It is a mission of all of us, the people of Uganda.
Anna petanu mama koto esu amamu sei kamu nebiara tema rebe wikamu to se president Bobiwine arabonato chien ekoto mitiki nebere micholo ikamu to ni tungal ho Uganda anwala kunu waka pukore rote na kwa pija keda jama mana ikotoni.
When you call your relative, when you call your grandmother or your father or your auntie or your friend, they will believe you better than they believe me because they might think Bobiwine is just talking politics. But when you tell them that we have a duty that we can achieve in a new Uganda, they will believe you and we shall own this struggle, all of us. You will have played a very, very big part.
Ebalangese be ikamute si simu no gete sa nomana kini tunga luore ipaja ni papero alimo kina kirobe jayo ni kede pelulo ai jula kwap ai nyaku ni boro lo ema mete e bota chamu na ipupe si adepari cha ipupe president elope edo anwa ngunde dumuno ni pedo auru fora langiru na itichanyo na ijayo no toma kwa para.
Now the second verse is to encourage everyone to turn up and vote. Please turn up and vote.
Akirota che isinyiko kisitunga kere anyo uno kali anyo uno chalo beki alosita kalaya achaka na seta ikikon merapai kinore.
When we turn up in large numbers, not even guns will be able to turn that vote that you put in a box. So encourage everybody. Don't stay back and say we are many even if I don't vote. No, every vote counts. Please turn up and vote. This is going to be a public holiday. That vote is your assertion for a new Uganda. It's your contribution. And if we make a contribution, my friend, we are going to change Uganda. We are going to change Uganda.
Lipiting eso ni kerea goria ki kerea nyonu beki lo saichak ilo to saichak are buna jore ara policy e adoke tai gororo ke di mudu lo etia ikonye mame pedo reta itiko kinana akirono ase atanda to saichaka kina kalaya ido ngoli bone do pe bone pedo rona ipiko ritungalu automatically me ponto.
And I'm telling you, after voting, don't leave. After you vote, you stay only 20 meters away from the polling table. 20 meters is like from here to where that car is. You can make it 25 if you want and keep your phone recording so that we have all the evidence. That way, they are not going to be able to change our vote to anything else.
Ida utesa chakakin utangesa isinyiko kino ni kere ida utesa ichaka seta kus ikunya so polling station na wine beta imita sa kaisara nukany ara dera una kaisa uni boy kino sinen do eso jaske di simu nomete nweta kaneta nen anwe dara jena nuto ai boy kinto de sawale do ya mara seta kala.
Now let me also tell you a secret, my friends. Let me tell you a secret. We have already defeated Museveni, I swear. We have already defeated that man.
Ebalangese kota lachuna yeya ebalate daona ichikakine mojong emambo bibore sale daona iteleka
The only step that we are remaining with is to turn this support into victory. To turn the support into victory. And we are going to do that by showing up and voting and observing our election.
Idiope bore body ene saliti ngeso na ijula kinaga ngatana etunga talwetia nen ai juta kalaya iswama ununguni busikinda swama kalaya tete konye igiarona lomara subana nwain oingaren anwai telekar.
Let me also tell you this. Museveni and his government, they know they've already lost. That's why they don't campaign anymore. They just beat people to intimidate them because they've already lost.
Ejeni Museveni kedeketi mubonebe adao tukesa domo na itelekaro nesido itwasa matari lwa yuara ai toji tunga ai tukurian ai blocking opponents okere anwara pato lile ichikonya akiro adao tagiro kinikesi.
I saw Museveni's son telling people that after voting, you go away. I forgive him because he's not educated enough about the law.
Abuenga anyoko kia Museveni elimonokini tungabe akara downteresa chaka seta kus esa losto re koje balangese timitongo ngesi mame kusi arite joko tomokise la kwa kuo.
Now let me give you this confidence as a lawyer.
Ekotongesa inaine sunu kwape pulida.
Listen, the Presidential Elections Act, Article 31, provides that every Ugandan, after they cast their ballot, they are free to stand 20 meters and watch what is happening to their vote. And that is what I'm encouraging you to do. That is within the law.
Ekotongesa itigo gongo nwa kwenye kwape pulida. Ebalangesa abungete ngini na ikamutu na napita napetanu ase oto madoketa iti na presidential. Section la kaisa unitete miti bonebe. Inda uja chaka kino salaka da mita sa kaisare asesene nuida uja swangoto makalaya.
Now, make sure when the voting is finished, you observe with your phones recording. Take pictures of every DR form. You that have borders, you the young people, follow the results to the tally center. They always rig from the tally center. They rig from the Gombolola. You go there, follow them up to the district and make sure we know what we got from every polling station. We know what we have won at every district. Once your candidate wins, start celebrating immediately.
Ekotongesa ikwenya resi iloto esa kalaya ogete sa chaka kinase eta kus ogeata itwasa misimu na inoma puto dioki anoi akironu ikamuto sa fomu didoki aka the declaration forms ai noma put ojasi nen ogeta anyu nebe itupakinete sa igwapa rari sals tone yangarere pako tem paka yangaro tale center na arabo iso ngesi dilari amodo akironu ikamuto sinwaseo.
Now let me also say this. On the day of election, in fact, 3 days before the election, don't dress like you are supporting NUP. Do not dress in our red uniform. Just be an ordinary citizen, be a civilian, hold your national flag.
Balangesi ne pilo sona ya piki na tomo na kanye mambo bingapo ke uniform ongape diogu ekere arpite kone mendero ting de tilo sija kala ya oma mtwani pedora sisene ngai bojo na are flaga ngodi katsa cross tungakere.
Let me also emphasize this. I am asking you to be non-violent. Don't be armed. Don't carry stones. Don't throw stones. Because these people, they want to provoke you so that you get angry and throw stones at them so that they can answer you with bullets. Don't do anything wrong. Just stand firm, march with your national flag, and we will be many and we will send a very firm message.
Lipitingeso ni kere dola pakingin. Mame koto esa jaunu keda mumu orasuli napakina. Mami tosa maeta mor. Mami chaka na reta mor. Orasi tungali napakina. Olosete kapi tungali becho kina ikamara kwa puna. Tete koje mamkese naitwa me mudu. Abongo kina dio moru kere na ichakaritai. Neni kech. Desebala nesi.
Now, this is even very important. Rasta, listen to this now. Museveni has been able to rule us for 40 years by dividing us among tribes. He will come and tell you that even if what bobiwine is saying is true, even if bobiwine wants the best for everybody in Uganda, don't vote for him because he's a Muganda. That is all the politics. That is gone. That is history.
Balangesi bonebe araida itete mitibo buwa na kiron wecha ete edi opode kere mami chaka kinete na ara ere tuan lelo muto Buganda epone ngole iswama ngesa twateka chaki tunga kwenye rasu uni politics ulu mojo luoka ulu mambi swama itapara sana lolo.
For us to achieve a new Uganda, we must first unite and be brothers and sisters. No matter what tribe we come from, we must speak with one voice and raise one single voice, all of us as the people of Uganda.
Anuoni tualo Uganda ipiko regielo ekotaji nubonebe morikikino ni mami sese dakeron we tekerane morikikino ne dope poroto te di pedoroni aipiko rai telekari tualu o mame ne pedorite kwesa dafaking kwa etantotori.
For a long time they have been sending a false message saying bobiwine, that message that bobiwine brings is only for the people in Buganda and that central region. I want to tell you, what you see here is what was happening in Arua, is what was happening in Lango, is what is happening in Ankole, is what is happening in Busoga, everywhere in the country.
Nera nasi bonebe akironu iteteme president woko erai message anu itunga luo Buganda koje kotoge sa temara berasi una isab akironu isesenete sande ngesi soma sa Arua, ngesi soma so Jinja, ngesi soma so Lango, ngesi soma sa Nkole, ngesi soma so Diokona Kerela Papua kwa no Uganda.
So I am asking all of us. I know even other regions are watching us right now because in this generation we are talking to the whole world. Not so. So I want to ask all of us to rise on that one day and we make this decision. I know many of you are scared about police and the military, but let me also say this. Listen to me, my brothers. Uganda has 77,000 villages. And yet, the police officers are not even 50,000. The soldiers cannot even make 70,000. That means if we make a decision, all of us, and we be peaceful, and we be law-abiding, non-violent, I can tell you, Museveni cannot even afford to deploy one soldier and one police officer on every village.
Balangese be otupite te isula luajore lwejas Uganda isula lwa poli are diorio ngete kere lwejas Uganda itiriani ke de nabalo itunga lwejas Uganda araso ni tunga luilosi ke da na para opone aloi busikini mamu Museveni ke da kefugane pedorete asipono kinajurade re dope ogeta pedora ipiko mwepeta jauna kwa pokono Uganda.
Tell you this, that even when you see police officers or soldiers, those are our brothers. Those are our in-laws. They marry our sisters, we marry their sisters. They suffer like us. They cannot afford to treat their children or to educate their children. So at the right time, they are also going to join us for a new Uganda.
Ekotonge salim mbone be sapadu ipolisi ni kedalo ayuar erasi nachana ko keda nachan erasa murako ye manito sa pesuru ki manito na pesuru kes nachana ket akepolo be mamu kesi dogo bicha kese jareta ijara na mame jok ido balangesi oto makwapu na itetete na iloso na lomiki erasi kesi da ngunu le pote ai joining oni ai morki kini kaoni anuka I moro I jokison we ya unakwa kuna itetete nako Uganda.
And I must also emphasize that treat those soldiers with love. Treat those police officers with love. They cannot kill our fellow citizens because they are also citizens of Uganda and they are suffering like us.
Ebalangesebe eboyo ko kidimo ko keda police ni keda lwa jore kotorai na enna pakina neja amina toma nara imamu kese pedorete ayara itunga lo Uganda lwera asi inachana ipajana ket buskit kesa nyugorebe mamu ngune jaunos.
Now I was on TV and I saw Museveni saying that every soldier and every police officer is going to have 120 bullets. I want to tell you, Museveni, you cannot intimidate this generation like you intimidated our grandfathers.
Abuenga anyu President Museveni eja OTB itetemebe angoli sirikale tajau tuke dalisasina kwa takaisare akoto ngalimoni Museveni ebe mamujo ipedera itukuriana turina a generation lo kabu jo itukuriana ipoloko luokau apara sana ibuno ja pugana kwa kuna.
Let me also tell you this. There was a prime minister in Bangladesh who ordered for a killing of almost 1,000 people. That prime minister has been sentenced to death. So I want Museveni to know that Uganda was here before him, Uganda will be here after him. And the people of Uganda will stay here because we are even younger than him.
Akoto malimoki nesi ebe aje prime minister lakwa kuno Bangladesh lo agudo ina kite order ebe ayare tuwale de parete lukumit konye kopakwa na ineroni adauna tuboki ne prime minister ngona tuanare ido ikota bongor neje president limoki ngesebe mamu ngune pedo rosa kwa pa na kwa iwo mitoringesi ke untono de kinozeke chepone.
So those words that are coming from Museveni are not words that are coming from a confident man. These are words that are coming from a scared man.
Akironu itolome president iko pakwa na mamerasa akironu ete nelo nele ejengare no le ejaske dai tekoro erasa akironu elo mete kingana u kwasikede akuria u apolori wasi kwa nane jaingezi.
Thank you. Now I want to conclude, ladies and gentlemen, because time is fast running. I want to conclude by asking you, please turn out in large numbers and vote. And secondly,